The guy walked over it.
It's like a sandwich. A cookie sandwich.
At ABP.
I know.
Good choice.
I was going to say, don't worry.
I saw this.
I'm fine, thank you. I'm gonna get one at the end. I just rolled down 12 pieces of sushi.
That was sushi.
Nice.
Brown bag. Okay.
Should we start?
Oh, no. Yeah, if you want to be respectful of those who came on time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
I really like them because they're not like the
Are we
normal.
gonna sing that?
Yeah. They're great. We should, if you have things. I was going to take a picture.
Yeah. Hey, thank you everyone for coming, especially Lynn. Great job showing up today. Before I start, does anyone have any heart conditions or epilepsy? This is like M. Night Shyamalan meets supply chain. So be prepared for unexpected twists and turns. There's smocks underneath your chairs. This is a new initiative by by the procurement team to make us more visible, more interactive, sort of, and more taking on a training and teaching role. Largely because of the customer survey from last year, and also because supply chain is an essential part of what PSI does. Increasing health impact means getting the products to where it has to go. And I think Sarah can tell you she's seen some pretty dire situations of, are they really getting there? So we really wanted to do like a three-pronged approach. We wanted to, take on a more teaching and training role. We wanted to be sort of increase our visibility, and we wanted to enhance our availability to be able to help with anything. Next slide. So we have assembled a team here who are experts. Well, not experts. They know it all right. They know that who have specialties in various fields of procurement and logistics, and we're really trying to get into the whole supply chain things, meaning from rec to receipt of goods to warehousing. Each one is has their own specialty, and they're also entertainers. So win-win. Later on in the program, we've tried different things. We've had regional trainings. We've had short STTAs, and I think that they've been really helpful. And I think that both ways there's a gap in communication from the field and from here, and you don't want to come off and just tell people what they should do. It's better to understand what is really going on in the field so we can use good procurement guidelines. So this is basically, we had a not a brown bag, we had a sort of a team building training session in December, and we came up with this sort of mission statement for this group of 8 people to really promote a holistic approach, not just procurement. We're not just buying things, we're managing your inventory. We are helping with donor policies, consultant policies. I spent a lot of time on that. There's all these new tools and networks and things that GBC has started to use that we're trying to sort of harness for supply chain management. So through using these tools like SocialCast, PSI University, and our refurbished case page, we're really trying to bring the whole focus of not just procurement, but supply chain and inventory. Now.
So, from that came the birth of the CB team. And we recognize that the need for capacity building and increasing our accessibility to the platforms, to programs here in Washington. And so in 2010, Sarah alone was the first capacity person to go out to the field, and she went alone to countries, Madagascar, she went to Pakistan, South Africa, Zambia, Haiti, and she went out visiting these platforms, helping them to create their procurement manuals, to help them in their warehousing, and I'm sure when she went out there, she saw some very terrifying things. I'm sure warehouses weren't in conditions that they should have been. I'm sure that she can testify that there were some platforms that had no manuals or no operating procurement procedures. So we realized that one person couldn't do this, so we formed this team. And our first retreat was our Results Initiative retreat in South Africa. And so Sarah will come to talk to you about her time training out there at the Results Initiative retreat in South Africa. Sarah.
Hey, there we go. So, as Sean and Natalie astutely pointed out, I was spending a lot of time on the road and was realizing that this approach, this one-man approach, was not a particularly sustainable capacity-building concept. So, I had gotten kind of to my tea for time out, I don't want to do this anymore moment. And at the exact same time, the Results Incubator, does everyone know who the Results Incubator is? Does anyone know what that team is?